Last time on Burgeoning Legacies.
And welcome to Voyage Legacies.
Yes. You want your muscle mommy? You got your muscle mommy right?
Gustav, who appears as...
The exact same as I look.
He is very pretty. He's got some momentum to him.
Oh, okay.
Does someone have to be very Daedalus?
Hello. Welcome, my new vassal. I can say that much. I can say that much.
Nope, right off rip. He is small. Huge floppy green ears. One of them has a chunk torn out of them. Patches of fur as well as scales. And just normal skin too. And one leg is messed up.
His eyes yellow and black.
He found a stick.
I want to poke.
The more he describes, the more I'm saying things. Is there anything Domingo could do to help the situation?
Like to come to my birthday party?
You know, right?
I know, that's why I'm loving it.
Oh, my name's Daedalus.
Daedalus, yes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Keep in mind, you've got to reach down.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Don't look. Thank you. He's a little too eager though and actually slaps himself in the face.
Orcamort.
It wasn't stick related.
It wasn't stick related. What do you guys do?
What in the
Oh shit, this thing is back and I smack. Domingo picks you up and then puts his arm through your backpack and holds you like a shield.
It was a harder age. The Shield Bros.
Hey, they're like,
Don't worry, I have an idea. That's it too.
But having some kind of green spots on it.
Oh, that's an interesting color for a bunny.
No, but it's okay.
Where are we adventuring to?
No idea.
The woods.
Why?
Tree line.
Why are we adventuring?
That, Ireland doesn't die. Yes, she's dead.
not very fond of you right now.
Domingo grows on everyone.
We're going over there.
That's
You're in
right.
my backpack now.
You're on my backpack, you're on my shield.
Oh, my bad.
I have no intention of hurting a bunny. You think I'm a monster?
I would like it to be known that was said in character with no accent.
I want to do a dog.
Tell us about the bunny. Yeah, you're a croaker.
Let the record be known. The tall boys were like, no. But this 3-foot thing was like, I'm going in. Gustav stick.
Don't move.
Why not?
Don't even. Shh, just kneel down. Get down.
I'm already kneel. No.
Do you have a really bunny on your head?
So far, entertaining.
Great way to start the session. Anyways, welcome back to Voyage Legacies. This is going to be Chapter 2, or Session 2 of Book 1, Burgeoning Legacies. We have a little bit of a development, bit of change. The last character, Seth, he was playing Domingo Alejandra, sitting in, you can't see it, but corner of the couch from the last episode.
Way out of frame.
Way out of frame. He unfortunately has to recuse himself from the game for the moment. He may be back, he may be not back. Everything is good with him. It's not anything medical, but unfortunately it's just the way it goes. However, forgot to introduce myself. I am Kyle, or Toother online. I am the architect of this first setting, the Vercouvan Archipelago. And joining me, players down the line, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kat, and I am playing Irelyn Surel, a human. A novice. I'm going to be going barbarian eventually when I get to that point. I am known online as Cat Kitty. Probably find me somewhere. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. I don't use my Twitch to watch other people's streams. That's about it. And
So subscribe to the Twitch.
so subscribe to the Twitch, even though
After
I don't
our
use it.
channel.
After our channel, of course. Yeah. Yes. Subscribe here because this is where I'm probably gonna be the most active at this point. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it on me.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Going down the line.
Oh no.
I'm Zach, playing Gustav Stavig, and I'm a novice level human, focusing on the hunter class.
Eventually.
Nice. And lastly, at the end there.
I'm Yuri, also I go by Enchanted Wisp or Wild Dragoon. Yes, not Dragoon anymore. But I will be playing Daedalus, Elixerbloom. Totally forgot his name already.
You flew too close to the sun, eh?
He's gonna be, he will be a druid, but he will definitely be focusing on a different path.
Cool. Getting back on the recap. Actually, before we get into the recap, there is one thing I need to mention. At the moment, how it goes with Voyage of Legacy, or at least sorry, Book 1 Burgeoning Legacies is it is under a experience system as opposed to a milestone system. Meaning that you guys have experience that increases, and at the end of each session, you will, regardless of what happens, still get 1 experience for being part of the session. Lovingly, I have named the experience as KP, standing for Knowledge Points.
Kyle points.
However, and there it is! I think I have a great idea, and it becomes meme. So, yes,
Meme
it was
material.
intended as knowledge points. However, my players seem to refer to it as Kyle points.
Cowboys!
Kyle
So, woo! You all gain 1 Kyle point.
Yay!
Knowledge point from last session. God. My players will be the end of me.
Hey, Kyle, am
yeah.
I restarting to zero?
Where-
We're starting to 0.
Where's the
Am I going back to 0 Kyle points?
Well, your character did not interact with the specific area that it would need to interact with to know about excess knowledge points you may have. So at the moment, your
that's
character
true.
only has 1.
Okay,
I'm gonna throw it into intimidation.
I'm gonna.
No, so
What?
they're not
No,
skill
no, no,
points.
no,
They're
no.
not skill points. Yeah.
Where the heck do we
knowledge
put
points,
these?
which are actually a thing. No.
I'm assuming the...
No,
They're-
they're
Oh.
it's
Oh.
a currency knowledge.
So it's a
point.
currency. At the
Oh.
bottom, you'll see KP. You can just switch that to. It's printed out 0. I should have left it blank. I can remake the sheets afterwards.
That's
and do
fine.
it, but
So you know
essentially,
how knowledge is at the bottom?
Yeah.
Not that. No, it's
Okay.
a different type of knowledge.
yes. Essentially,
I couldn't tell you what, but
for everyone to understand, knowledge points as opposed to experience points is the same idea, but in Voyage of Legacies, the concept is all players grow and develop to leave a lasting impression on the world, i.e. their legacy, as their voyage of their character goes throughout their character's life. That's why it's called Voyage of Legacies. I know, spoilers, right? Yes.
what the frick?
I know. I had to. It's now episode. Chapter 2. I have to spoil it.
You're ruining it.
I am. So
Ruined. The day's ruined.
as you get more and more knowledge, i.e. your experience, you're able to then find ways, or usually sometimes people, to teach you things, i.e. spending that knowledge points to actually level up or gain other features. Hence, knowledge points.
No, get over there.
Yes. So you all get one KP from last session.
Kyle points.
Cowpoint.
Points. It's never not going to be a thing. Anyway,
He's gonna kill us. I swear he's gonna kill us.
adding to the tally.
If
No,
you don't hear from me in the next 24 hours, it would be safe to assume.
The funny thing is, these are set for weekly, not daily release. So 24 hours for them.
If you don't see me
a
in
little
the
bit
next
longer.
3 episodes or so,
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
oddly threatening.
No.
if the next episode airs without me, just know something's happened. AKA, we're already missing a player. Kyle's a dangerous person to be around.
I didn't even consider
help.
that.
We're here against our will, actually.
We did not even talk about that beforehand.
There's a
It has nothing to do with that, I promise. He has gone to pursue his dream in life. So it's nothing to do with that. It's all good.
We'll miss him.
Well, yeah, but he's still around.
We're gonna miss him because he hasn't been seen since the last time we saw him with Kyle.
In any case,
Anyways, Kyle points.
Yeah,
Start like a recording where it just like pans through like photos of them all in black and white.
Good to know. Yes, starting off this session, this is something, since it's the very second session, something that you all haven't experienced yet now you can experience. What do you guys remember from last session?
I'm assuming combat.
I made friends with a bunny.
No.
Bunny?
You definitely had interaction. 100%.
Ran into a goblin with that's on top of a wolf
With
Yes.
with two heads.
Yep. A wolf-like
And two
creature.
Rat on each.
Yes, two
Shoulder.
jet-like
Shoulder.
rat-like creatures, yeah.
What did he say? I don't remember exactly what he said.
Yep.
He said something. And then a character who is no longer with us said something back, and he started approaching us, and I grabbed everyone to run away. And then we got surrounded by animals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, you went to grab me to run away. It's
I
only
grabbed
really
you
and
and
I.
like started pulling you, and then they turned around and started running away. And now we're surrounded.
Okay.
Like,
That's a pretty good recap.
I don't know, I just
Give
have
me
a
a
stick.
TP.
I just have a stick.
Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Stick.
Stick.
Stick. Okay. All right. Yes. But did you do anything with the stick that you found?
You poked
I
him with a
poked
stick.
I poked someone with it. Some weird.
It's like-
Actually, technically, you poked something on me.
No, I poked you specifically.
Oh, you poked me. I thought you poked the thing. My
Oh
bad.
no, I poked
the-
you
well,
Well,
specifically.
it was like a weird slimy thing on me.
It's like a
still
sea
there.
sea
Yeah, well-
cucumber thing just kind of wrapped around his neck like a scarf, like.
It did latch onto me. It is suctioned to me.
It is attached, but it's not affixed.
Oh wow.
So
It's
more,
removable
It's
by
more
force.
So what you're
resting.
saying is
No,
that if
well,
you
no,
force
it's
it
more
off, it'll
resting
make
on you. If anything, it's not like it's parasitical. It's not attaching on you in any way.
No,
it's
it's
just
the,
resting. It's just there.
It's the thing similar to a parasite, but it's totally helpful to everyone. I don't remember what the hell.
See,
Wait, so what you're saying is that if I were to pry it off, it would go like.
see.
And then, yeah.
All right, so that was a pretty good recap.
We're gonna die.
The reason for it is because I in my role I get to do this fun little thing. So we're gonna sit it backwards for what you added, Gustav, for your character. For this session, you may gain a inspiration of 1,
Ooh.
i.e., you can add 1 to any roll you make.
Where do I put that?
Well, it's just for the session.
Okay.
So just based on
Here,
your
I'll write
recap.
it here.
For the recap of Ireland, you can gain a D2 to any roll.
Ooh,
With a
cool.
coin, essentially. And then over there, for Daedalus, great job. You may add a D4 minus 1. Minimum of 1 you will get regardless. So essentially you can get up to 3. I would say roll a D3, but I don't have a D3.
So roll a d4 if I get a.
If you get a 4, you get a 3. If you get a 3, you get a 2. Yeah.
So I can get 2 1s.
2 1s, a 2, or a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. As a free inspiration, you can add to any.
Alright, well.
I mean,
You'll
it is
win
a
some,
free
lose
inspiration
some.
you get an add.
Is it an inspiration I can keep?
No, it evaporates the session.
Huh.
This is based on recap.
Okay.
Though my recap gifts may change session to session depending on the scenario. For now, that's how it is.
Okay. This is why I take notes.
Yes, very important.
Number
Very
one.
smart. Okay, cool. So I think that was a pretty good
Number
recap,
one.
guys. So essentially, yes. To set the setting upright, you are surrounded, basically on all fronts, by on the ground by a bunch of bunny-like creatures with unicorn-like horns protruding from their head, and 4 sort of antennae-like extensions that come off of them that come out into like fan-like almost hairs in a way, kind of like what moths have on each of the 4, as well as on the canopy, or I shouldn't say the canopy, but in the trees, kind of on branches, just to seem to be an entire nests, like several nests worth of the same squirrel-like creatures that also have 2 tendrils coming out of their heads to the same sort of structures. What you do notice from all of them is all of these creatures seem to have different degrees, but all seem to have a bit of a slight green to their pupil. Some of them very pronounced green, and some of them be more of a reserved green to their pupil, for the most part. So that's what's surrounding you guys. Several eyes on you.
Their pupil?
Sorry?
Is it part of their... Do you mean their iris? Or do you mean
Yes.
their pupil? Because the iris is the color
Sorry,
part of
iris. Their iris.
Okay.
Yes, their iris.
Is it glowy? Is that how we can tell that it's green? Or...
I mean, there are so many around you that I'm sure it is disheartening to be surrounded. You would probably look and see them. As you look and see them, you would be able to see
Okay,
that
I thought we were in
there
a
is
heavily
green
forested area.
all through their eyes, right?
Okay.
And I'm holding one.
And you're holding one.
It's so cute and
That,
fuzzy
that has
and
that
adorable.
has
I'm
one
sure
of
you're
its
thinking that right
tendrils on
now,
the back
yeah.
of your neck.
and talking to
It's
me.
not
think
hurting.
we're gonna
By the way,
die.
it's not hurting. It's
No.
just it's there.
It's there and it's talking to me in my mind, going like,
Nah.
If anything, it feels like a subtle warm feeling on the back of your neck.
ooh.
Nothing too fancy, but just like a heat pack that's about to die kind of thing. Like it's not like super hot, but it's kind of just a little bit like it's there.
It
you know?
feels
You
nice.
can feel it. Sure, if you want to think of
Ooh,
it that way.
pardon me. Oh, excuse me.
Disgusting. And then in front of you, all of you, in front of you mostly, Irelyn, is the creature that has come. Has like I said, it looks like a wolf-like creature, but with 2 heads on either side.
One head on either side, right?
Or sorry, 2 heads in total, one
It's
on
got
either
4
side.
heads.
Yes.
Okay.
And then a goblin, which is like half the size of it, is riding it. Male, just from its features, you can kind of tell.
Okay.
It seems to be male. And then on each of its shoulders, there seems to be 2 jet black rat-like creatures.
A
that are-
rat per shoulder.
A rat per shoulder, yeah. 2 of them, so 1 on each shoulder. And they seem to be chittering a little bit, kind of into its ear. For any of you, anyone but Yuri, for reasons that I'll get into in a second,
Okay.
you can definitely, if you're familiar with the real-life lore of like Odin, Odin would have 2 creatures on his shoulders, based on the Norse mythology. Similar to that, kind of akin to that.
Okay.
But rats more so. Last session, it approached Domingo, and it was saying "Achoo! Achoo!" in a very pronounced, direct way.
Gesundheit.
And his response, yes, exactly, his response to it made him come a little bit closer inwards to you guys, and now he's standing right in front of you. Little bit of a pulse check. How's everyone's character feeling? Essentially, what I'm trying to figure out is, based on 3 outcomes, what is your character's first response to this?
Fight, flight,
Fight,
freeze.
flight. So essentially, fight, run away, and instead of freeze, though we could go with that option, I was going to say negotiate. Are you feeling like this is a encounter that you want to talk to, or
Well, I
what's your character's?
You're the only one who's gonna probably understand this guy.
Yeah, I can speak Goblin.
Yeah. I was about
So,
to say.
by the way,
should
when
say.
he said "Achoo!"
Yeah.
what you gathered was, "Are you et?"
Okay, hang on.
So
gotta get the
I
voice.
should mention, you have heard passings based on your background,
Yeah.
where you started from. You have heard passings that there are almost subhumans called the Et, and if they're ever encountered, it's to alert the authorities so that they can be brought in and be questioned and either permanently detained. In a sense of being a benefit to the society, i.e., like kind of camps sort of idea, or it's to be retrained to be reintegrated into society. Right, one of those typically is what the gist. But it's one of those things where also there are several members that you would have grown up with, other humans, that feel like by explaining that you found an Et, you would also be slightly under suspicion. So it's kind of a risk to also bring up that idea, right? So yeah,
I would
everybody.
definitely go negotiate.
Okay, negotiate. What else we got? You guys don't have to choose the same. You can all choose the same. I'm just telling me. Just give me a rough idea. What is your character's feeling like?
My character is... She doesn't know what to do. She's just like sitting there holding a bunny rabbit and like, I'm doing the freeze, kind of. I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
So
big
you're more
muscle
focused
girl is
on this
freezing?
bunny, right?
Yes, because I don't
Okay.
want to hurt it.
Okay. So let me ask you this: Are you feeling like your character could feel like there's a possibility of a two-way communication here?
Possibly, yeah.
So will your character try and pursue a communication for the situation to the bunny?
Yes.
Okay. So negotiate, but not with the thing coming, but rather with
Rather with the bunny rabbit.
the bunny
like,
rabbit,
You
okay.
need to let us go.
I kind of
Let's
figured, but I
leave.
just want to make sure. And
Yeah.
then Gustav, what are you thinking?
So wait, we're still in the woods, right?
Yeah, essentially, there's a freeze. I'm giving you guys an opportunity to tell me what your character is going to be doing before the scene continues.
Are there like bushes around the area? Or...
Yeah, there's bushes. This is not a kept area. If anything, there's a couple of small like creature paths, little trails in the dirt, not made for humans at all.
Okay.
But there would be like a lot of branches above and kind of bushes, but there are some like small paths through the bushes. But everything you go through is still brush. Like it's still, yeah.
I feel like I'd just hide behind the nearest bush.
Okay,
Kinda.
okay. So almost a run kind of thing, right?
Almost
Where-
a run, but not like
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
run. I'm hiding.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So, I want everyone to give me a fate roll, please.
Oh no.
Just a straight D20.
Actually, let's use
Well, actually, I mean, it's the same thing, but essentially, what I'm asking for at the moment, just so I give a little bit more context, this roll is what initiative. Essentially, is what an initiative roll would be. So you would be adding your attack modifier, but because you're all at the same level, it's all going to be a +2 anyway. So essentially, you can roll a d20 and just tell me who gets the highest.
Okay. 14.
I got 6.
Jeez, you don't have any dice ready?
I have 13.
14.
14, 13, 6. Okay.
Oh,
So,
no.
just in the order.
It was important, therefore I rolled bad.
So I rolled for. Actually, I'm going to roll again here just to make sure. And we're going to use a new die.
Stop dropping your dice.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, the first thing that happens
Uh-oh.
is your member who is almost being the forefront, like you are in the front, but the forefront of talking to this goblin coming forth was Domingo. Very first thing that happens
Yeah?
is he collapses to the ground.
To me.
That is the very first thing that happens. The second thing that happens is the goblin kind of has a confused expression on his face, and he's kind of just looking like now he's confused. But next to the initiative, we're gonna go over here.
Okay.
Ireland.
Okay, I'm going to talk to this bunny rabbit. Probably like, considering it's talking psychically. In my mind, it's talking psychically to me. Camera died. Oh, did for a second. No, it's back.
Yeah, I noticed it cut out there last time too.
Okay, so.
So yes, you're
psychic connection with the bunny rabbit.
You could think of it that way.
Okay. I just kind of go, okay. You see that big scary thing over there? Now, I would like for you to let me and my little friend back there go so we can run. Because I don't think we have the capacity to deal with that. Unless you want to help us. Unless you want to help us fight it. But I think you're a little too little for that.
Alright. With that, I'm gonna need a fate roll from you.
Oh shit.
I should let you know. I personally, giving a slight hint here, would recommend that this roll you might want to consider being an important roll for you.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
No pressure!
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna add my D2. So. Okay, Google. Flip a coin.
Or we got a D6 here. You take even odds.
That's right.
Okay, sure.
Tails will say it's.
Well, it's after the fact now.
Yeah, so Tails will say evens?
However you want to do it, you just choose. You want evens to be 2 or odds to be 2. Up to you. Which
Yeah,
one's
we'll do
better?
that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Evens,
so
evens are 2?
Evens are 2.
Okay.
And even
Nice.
so, it's a 16.
A 16. Okay. Nice.
I did good.
You say that, and as you say that, and I'm assuming focusing on it.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm assuming you have your eyes closed. Try and
Yes.
really focus on it.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the stimuli, right?
Yeah.
As you go and focus on it, you almost feel like, in a weird way, that moment when you just catch yourself about to sleep,
Yeah.
you get that, you feel that experience, and then it feels like your vision is even darker than before. Like for example, your eyes, like you close your eyes in broad daylight, you're like, oh yeah, there's light outside.
Yeah.
And then as you're about to fall asleep, it's just that blackness, right?
Yes.
So you kind of, right? So you get that sensation,
Yeah.
and you just all of a sudden have like you feel a faint, or see a faint in your head, a faint green light.
Oh.
distance.
Okay.
As a voice reaches out to you.
Okay.
So repeat for me just one more time what you said
Okay. I said you
into
see.
this void.
You see that big thing over there? I would like for you to let me and little friend go. Let us run away, because we are not in the right state to deal with that. Unless you want to help us, but I don't want to put you in that type of position because you're so little.
Oh, child.
Oh! Oh my god, it's talking!
I am not so little, but I do like how you care for my, shall we say, cuter aspects. I don't believe we've met.
Hi.
What do they call you, child?
My name's Irelyn.
So, by the way, this voice is not the same voice that you were talking to earlier.
Oh my god, it's not that little itty bitty voice from Fourth, and not the little help. Oh, okay.
Ireland?
Yes.
What a peculiar name.
I'm new to this world.
Oh. Are you from a place not of here?
Yes.
Oh, I've met your kind before. Oh, what fun. What joyous fun. Oh, forgive me. It's been a while. I go by many names. You may call me either Heltica, Goptica. I mean, really anything that ends in Tica, I seem to
I like Heltica.
accept.
I like Heltica.
Heltica?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think we'll get along perfectly.
Meanwhile, on the
questions for me?
Meanwhile, on the outside, all you see is me just. All these two see is just me. Focus.
I think all
And
I
I'm
see
not
is
doing it
push.
justice, but you're hearing a very feminine voice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do I have any questions?
Yes. I believe you're worried about, Mule over there? Did it frighten you?
I've never seen a goblin before, except for maybe in video games.
Oh, I can't believe someone as well pronounced as you would be so worried of that little one over there. Oh, when I have a chance to connect to Mule, I can't wait to share this tale. Oh.
So, are you saying that I would be able to take out him?
She's chuckling, by the way, at this time.
Okay.
No, I mean, I haven't really spent much time with Mule for quite some time.
Okay.
But, yeah, I suppose he's gotten a bit stronger, and I see potential in you as well. She kind of looks you up and down a bit. Yes. I mean, I don't think it should come to a head, but if you consider it, well, I mean, to be honest, I don't even know which one I'd like to bet on between you or him.
Well, I am very new to this world, so...
So are you asking for a guide?
Yes. If you don't mind.
Ooh. She kind of like you get the sensation that she's far more interested now.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. A guide, you say? So, what kind of benefits could you offer me for my assistance?
I mean, you could travel with us. I mean, depending on what form you stay in. Like if you stay in your little buddy form, I'll take care of you, feed you, wait on you hand and foot.
Feed me? Do you think I'm the bunny?
What are you?
I am the lesser deity known as Heltica or Goptica, whatever you wish to call me as.
Well, it depends on what you want, or what depends on what you want from me.
Did you see not all these eyes that are looking at you?
Yes, that's all you.
I've been seeing you through all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I could owe you a favor.
Ooh, a favor.
Like, something kind of similar to an IOU.
I owe you.
Basically, you help me now.
Hmm.
I do a favor for you further down the line. So you can cash in on that favor whenever you want. Look at me making
I like
deals
this
with bees.
idea. Yeah, she's kind of thinking. I mean, she doesn't have a beard to stroke. It's more of you get the sensation of more playing with her hair than anything else.
Did she appear in front of me at all?
You have a vague sense of a feminine nature, but at this present time, it's more like it's a swirling mist of green, if anything.
Okay.
Right? There's not really a physical form, but every now and again you feel like you catch like a feature or two, but it's just not fully there.
Okay.
But you get the very sense that it's very feminine based on its speech and all that, right?
Okay.
Interesting. Well, I have a proposal then.
Okay.
How about, and with that, we're gonna go straight into a roll for you.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, what am I rolling?
Could you please roll me a influence check?
Okay. know what? We're gonna switch dice. Wow, I'm really rolling the 14s tonight. 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about then?
To me.
Shall we make a what you and you feel almost like a something is kind of digging through your mind, through your thoughts a little bit.
Yeah.
It does feel odd because again, this is not happening to you physically.
Yeah, but
This is happening to you mystically. And so you get sorry, she goes to say, how about in exchange for you becoming my vassal, you give me the opportunity to assist you. In exchange, I may ask for certain favors from you.
I know.
Certain offerings that you should put in great importance upon. For my gifts only last until I'm scorned.
Okay. I can accept that.
Good. Not to worry, I am quite a fun deity,
Oh.
as you'll come to learn.
Okay.
Oh, we'll have such fun, child. Such fun indeed. I hope you're, and again, that kind of raking feeling, open. But time will tell.
Mhm.
Tell Mule I said hi.
Mule? Is his
Mule.
name? Okay.
Tell Mule I said hi.
Oh, I will.
And then all of a sudden, just you feel that kind of like, almost that, as you kind of wake up.
I
Like a dream.
Yeah, I just like, you guys just see me go.
However, some time passed during that. So now we switch over. I believe Daedalus had the next roll. Next highest.
Yes.
For clarity, by the way, Mule rolled a 5 on that. Yeah, initiative. So, not to worry, we're going player order. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So Mule asked if we were et. Are
yes.
you et?
Well, so you would understand it as he's asking, are you et? In Goblin doesn't translate perfectly, but
I'm
essentially
also not completely fluent.
you're
in
not
it.
completely fluent, yeah. And on that note, I thought you were completely fluent.
Oh.
My bad. I need a roll from you.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's 3 14s in a
What
row.
do you
I
need me
rolled.
to roll?
It's not bad. D20.
Just the fate?
Yeah, we're gonna do a
Not a knowledge?
sure, yeah, knowledge. Let's go
Investigation? Or history?
That's a really good point. Let's go based on how you end up getting your knowledge of Goblin. I'm gonna say history
Sounds good.
because you have such a broken knowledge that it's not really correct.
17.
Yeah, 17 makes the check. No problem.
Okay.
So yes, you especially with your history of knowing about the Et tribe, or rather not knowing about them, but knowing of them through whispers, as well as big notices. If you ever see an Et, contact your local right guard.
Yeah, I gotta think about how broken this gob would be, because he's gonna try and respond in gob, not in common.
So far he's only talking in Gob.
I know, so I'm going to try to respond in gob, but I'm not fluent. So I
Alright.
have to think about how. Okay.
So I'm gonna let you know, just to help you out, how I am running it at the moment. The longer your phrase or sentences are, the higher the check becomes for not being fluent. So choose your words carefully. That was not me. That was me.
Beautiful look at how you say.
Fear et.
That's it? Fear et. I fear et. Okay. That's far more cool.
Or not I fear, maybe more like he'd try to say something more like afraid or hesitant, but it comes out as closer
yeah.
to just fear.
Fear, fear, I fear it, right?
Or I am fear-et.
I am fear-et. Okay, I am fear-et. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and make a...
Dexterity saving throw. No.
Yeah. Actually, it might. No, sorry, give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, based on your historical knowledge of the words you know, you can use a history roll if you want for that.
14 plus 4 is 18.
Damn.
Wow, yeah, you make
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's about it though.
Yeah.
I got the muscles.
But still not smart enough to not know what to drink. But in any case...
Listen here.
The lesson here, you little
There's
shit.
only one way to know,
And that's the
the
only way to
Skyrim
do
way!
and that's through experimentation. And when you only have one lab rat, yourself,
it. You're not wrong, my dude.
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, so, yes, you say it, and he stops for a moment, and he looks at you. He's mainly kind of looked at everyone else. Like, his gaze mainly went to Domingo
I guess yeah, I am
recently.
pretty similar to.
And he
his
kind of he
stature.
looks to you, and he goes, "Culture Hada." And you understand it to be, based on your role, and we'll carry it over. You understanding it to be almost concern in his voice, and he looks at you, and what you understand is, brother, what have they done to you? Concern, but there's also like a sense of slight anger to his words, not directed at you per se.
Yeah.
But-
All I got to say is, oh, buddy.
You guys, you heard the right? You know, that's what you guys heard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like. So a nervous tick of his is like rubbing on one of his ears.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just drooped all the way down. So he's gonna be like, I'm not goblin.
How do you say that?
I'm not goblin.
In Gob?
And God.
Yeah, in gob.
Okay, in Gob. I'm willing. This will be the last carryover.
Or
from
I'll
that.
say,
Okay.
not goblin.
Not
Not
Goblin.
Goblin.
Yeah, fair. And that's the last carryover from that. And he looks back and he goes, and you get the sense of like, what are you?
I don't know what I am.
Yeah. And by the way, during this whole time, you were unconscious
Yeah.
because you're having your conversation. So he seems to be far less angry, and there just seems to be like a curiosity on his face more than anything else. And then we go to Gustav. And at this point in time, your buddy that doesn't look human at all was talking in this language you don't understand back to this goblin, and he went from being very kind of like combat ready to just confusion.
It went from combat ready to hesitation
To
worry
to confusion. He's going through like a wheel of emotions at the moment.
He's going through the 5 stages of grief.
That's it.
And she's still like passed out on the ground.
No,
She's not
I'm
passed
sorry.
out. She's just
I'm like
she was
meditating.
mid-petting Buddy, and then she just kind of like
Zen. I'm like meditating right now
and
with
you
my
see,
eyes closed.
from emanating from the back of her as well as the bunny she's carrying, there's just a bit of a green glow, mainly from its eyes and from these kind of, again, hair-like offshoots of these, antennae-like structures coming from this bunny. One being on her back of her, nape of her neck.
I don't like the look of any of this. nothing looks like it's going well at all. Just every way I look, it just looks like bad situations, and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
During this time, though, one thing you do notice is all the creatures around you, where they had their kind of like fur up and their kind of antennae is raised in very aggressive stance, they've all kind of gone down a bit. They're still watching, but they're all just kind of down a bit.
You're welcome.
Which you can't say at the moment.
No,
but,
I know, but you're welcome.
I feel like I'm just gonna get out from behind the bush that I was hiding
Okay,
behind.
yeah.
Just
Put
like,
your hands up, like, oh.
hands up, like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think there's any danger anymore.
And that roll again, remind me what that roll was?
The roll of my
You
Your
roll for your
initiative
initiative.
roll.
Yeah.
6.
6. So I should mention, as you try to get like behind the bush, everybody watched you do it. Right? Like, so, for the audience watching this, this essentially was me narratively going through a skill challenge. I made them all do an initiative roll that was actually a skill challenge roll in disguise. And so, based on the 6, you failed the DC for the skill challenge. And so when you try to like get behind a bush, you can let me know how you flavor it, but essentially it did not work.
Oh.
It did not work.
I know how to flavor that.
Okay.
Try and do like a big tuck and roll towards the nearest bush, but
Yeah.
I stop like halfway to the bush and have to like get up and just like crawl my way over into the bush.
Nice. The only thing I want to add to
You get
that,
like caught on your sword in
Yeah.
the middle of the roll.
Yeah.
well,
I just get stopped.
Just
I'm like
straight
on my
up
back
to you.
like this.
I was gonna say you could also get stalked by Domingo, who's unconscious on the ground. You just rolled into him, and you're like, yeah. So you gotta crawl over him and like try to get to the bush.
that's
This is very, very loudly and obviously.
Yes, yeah. Which of course adds even more confusion on the face of this goblin. That there's just like
Mule.
he sees you just
Poor mule.
into the bush, and he's just confused.
It's just,
The benefit is all of you did is globally succeed. On the skill challenge.
Yay.
Not super well, but enough that you made it, so you've diffused the situation.
Wonderful.
At this point in time, we kind of come back from Ireland being somewhere else to back in a situation where we see Gustav. You came out. You tried to like hide, did not work, and so you're like, well, get back up, and you're just kind of out there. Do you have like your arms up or anything like that kind of thing? Yeah. You know.
I surrender.
Don't do it, right?
I surrender.
I'm
This keeps
unarmed,
moving.
except
There
for
we go.
this arm, and my stick, and my sword, and... Well, I guess technically I'm armed.
As you all say in English, or common, there seems to be no reaction really. The goblin kind of looks at you, and like some of the heads kind of look at you, and they just kind of do this little like,
Huh?
like head to the side, like just utter confusion as you're just
Yeah,
like.
what you say?
You're like, I'm not armed, and for this arm, and this arm, and this arm, and this arm, and they're just like, as you come to, you see Gustav pointing to his arms and to his sword, and then there's this little guy that's with you, that you've known to be Daedalus, is talking in the same language, it would seem, kind of, as this goblin, and they're kind of having a row back and forth.
His sounds very broken,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Very broken gob or whatever.
Yeah, like for example, you know, being that we're all Canadian,
I have a
it's
weapon.
almost like, you know, if you know English but don't know French, but you know a couple of words, it's like you can obviously tell you're just saying
Je
word
suis
to
une
word.
baguette, pew pew.
As opposed to.
I'm a sandwich, laser laser.
In any case, yes.
As
yes,
someone
you
who
can
actually
prefer
went to French school for like years, that was terrible.
It's a good example, though.
It is a good example. Like I'm probably sitting there going, like probably looking at his, listening to his French, going, "You're making no sense."
Going to France and just only speaking.
So, what do you do?
Okay, I'm going to basically go. Set you down, little one. Carefully.
You're gonna see from the side of your eye, you see kind of the end of the antennae, the tendrils or hair-like protrusions kind of coming off your neck, and the bunny kind of looking up and just kind of doing like a little bit of a nod.
Okay, and I'm going to set the bunny down.
Okay.
And
And
then
the bunny kind of bounces around, and he goes over actually to the wolf-like creature.
Yeah.
And both the heads kind of look down, and they're kind of sniffing each other at the moment.
Now, I'm going to slowly stand up, my hands raised, and I'm gonna be. I'm the tallest in this party now.
I've been the shortest since the start.
I am.
so-
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I stand up to my
I'm in the middle.
full height, and I'm probably like a full head or more taller than this goblin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a tall. I just go. I mean you no harm. Also, Heltka says hi.
You see him kind of go from confused to just shocked.
Wait, what? Yes. Yes. Skatika. Yes.
You see the bunny you had that was sniffing jumps up and goes up to the goblin, like he's like almost kind of if you ever saw like Attack on Titan is the best reference I can have, kind of jumping and like just going right up to this goblin, and it essentially goes and you can see his arm kind of raise because he's been bitten, and it's hanging off, and he's just like he's just kind of swearing a bit, right? Or you presume, right, based on its right. And yes, eventually, after a bit of waving, the bunny lets go, and then a portal opens up around the bunny, and just off to the side, kind of comes up the other side, onto some ground. And he's kind of like covering his side, and goes,
Bertha?
Yes. Skatika. Thank you.
and he kind of like, they kind of turn around a little bit. Everybody kind of turns around, or when I say everybody, I mean everybody on him, the rats, right? Kind of turn around, and they just start walking away. By the way, would anyone else like to ask what they're, or add to what they're doing, I should say?
I'm just sort of still standing there, like. Actually, I'm. But one on each ear, like rubbing it.
Yeah.
I'm like.
That worked.
That's it.
That's it.
I still have
I'm
no
actually
idea
probably like hunched over too.
Is there a little bit of like, back and forth
A little bit of a
rocking?
back and forth
Yeah.
rocking
Okay,
action.
I got you. Okay. Gustav, anything you're doing?
I have no idea what's going on.
What just happened?
What's a Heltika? Why is the thing walking away now? What's wrong with you? What? I don't know what's going on. I think someone put
I
something in
told
that
you.
brownie.
The rabbits are scary. I told you,
They're
both of you.
that the rabbits are scary.
You're welcome. I managed to get us out of a hairy situation.
What are you talking about? I did.
That was not intentional, I swear.
I would have been better
Beautiful.
off by myself.
Fine.
So-
You want to go off by yourself? Then go.
You're mean. I tried to help you. And all you're doing is complaining about it?
I got us out of a situation where it could have ended badly.
I got us out of that situation.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I should mention, he didn't realize what you did. He was too, like, catatonic in fear. So he thinks that he talked to the goblin and the goblin just
I'm going to explain exactly what had happened.
Add another pop. Add another pop.
Yeah, I'm going to explain exactly what happened, exactly why I went blank for a moment. So, I'm a vassal for a lesser deity named Heltica.
That's what now?
Kyle, would I have knowledge on this lesser deity?
Unfortunately, you would not. You have knowledge of the fact that there exists lesser deity because you were a vassal of one.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, we both.
I forgot about that.
No, we can't all be vassals.
It's you know what? The rarer of us are the ones less fortunate. You know, the ones that aren't vassals.
See,
Your time will come. You'll get to be a vassal, probably.
maybe.
Awful lot of talk.
You guys are
for someone
treating
in
this
stick
like
poking
another-
range.
Another popular franchise, gotta collect them all or something. I don't know.
I think it's more along the lines of must obtain most of them,
Yes.
not them all, because there are some complications between.
Well, let me
Anyways,
guess. Yeah.
By the way, the one, presumably, it's hard to tell because there's so many, but presumably the one bunny that went and bit the goblin, is riding back to you.
Oh.
Riding.
Riding?
Riding a slightly smaller, but still wolf-like creature.
Oh. Okay. Cute. A little wolf-like creature. It's like a wolf pup.
not cute.
Like a fox.
Essentially, it is a single head of something you have seen prior to the goblin riding.
Okay.
It's just one head. It's just like a regular wolf.
Aww. I'm just gonna go. Okay. All right.
And it
Did that
kind
just like sort of totally distract you from your train of thought?
of...
I need to know.
For me?
No.
Me?
Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
you
Yeah,
were
I was
just
gonna
telling
say.
me about Heltica.
Yeah. No.
And
No.
then you see this and you're like, oh.
Explaining that.
happens,
Aww.
Is that what happens?
No. Well, after I explained Heltica, I just kind of go. Aww.
Okay.
By the way, this. Go ahead and give me a roll, just a d20.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
There's not a lot of time here, so I want to see if you had enough time.
7.
You just had enough time to finish explaining.
Okay.
To finish a what?
Finish explaining who Heltica
Oh,
was
okay,
and
yeah,
how, like, now
Fair,
I'm a
that's
vassal.
fair.
Yeah.
Now
Literally
that's-
on your last thought, you look over and right in front of you, there is a, again, presumably, it's hard to tell, but presumably the same bunny, affixed the head of this wolf. Basically, not quite on eye level with you, because it's not quite that tall,
Yeah.
but it is, quote unquote, in your face, at least in your body,
Oh,
right? Like
okay.
it's right there, right?
I'm going to kneel down
Mm-hmm.
and be like, okay, hello, you came back.
And he's gonna, you hear a, as it kind of just is making a sound.
That's some fighting words right there. Okay? That's some.
Put him up!
And it goes like this,
Wow.
and the wolf also turns around at the same time, and they're kind of like it's walking, but it's looking at you, and it's kind of has like its antennae kind of flicker, like
Oh,
That
I think it wants us to follow it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Deeper into the woods.
yes.
That whatever that is specifically told us not to go into.
Don't go in the woods. Irelyn is off in the woods.
I'm not a big fan of the woods.
I'm gonna trust the one who knows more about this area than we do.
Fuck this. And I basically walk over and I grab you by your backpack and pick you up.
I'm not gonna stand for it.
All right, it's
Well,
time.
yeah, you're not
we
gonna
need
stand 'cause
a
you're getting
might roll,
picked up.
and we need also a, I guess, athletics if you want to try and weasel your way out of it. Or,
I'm gonna use it.
I'd rather try and like.
or sorry, not athletics.
gonna
Or
zap
athletics
me?
for you, and acrobatics if you're trying to weasel your way out of it. I mean, you could try with a size difference negative for athletics, but
I was kind of hoping she could just roll against my PD and I could cast shield.
interesting. I see.
Changing my name from under allies to enemies.
Oh boy. No, I erased what I had earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Everything went back. Oh, where'd it go? There it goes.
What?
That disappeared. I'm like, oh no!
Oh. Yeah. Just give me 2 seconds here. I just need to.
I apologize for causing conflict. This is just how my character would react.
Yeah, 100%. That's respectful.
Because his whole life he's been told to stay out of this forest,
Yep.
Yeah.
and the first time he meets
You've been told that only bad things happen in the Emerald-Eyed Forest.
that's where we are.
Yes. You are in the south section of the Emerald-Eyed Forest.
It's called Emerald-Eyed because all the creatures have green eyes.
This could also be helped because Dominion.
Well, I bet that's what it is. But I also did want to ask Anima something, but that can happen after.
Sure. Yeah.
I've got a small
we can.
pile of fires.
I think you better slow down there, buddy.
Who are you to tell me?
Well, like a
When to
grapple
stop eating?
attack would be against PD because it's an
My
attack
delicious
roll, right?
coffee snack.
I believe so. You can make for you it'd be an athletics check contested by the opposing creature's martial check. The only reason I said acrobatics is because I figured you being such a smaller sized creature would have such negative on your yeah. So I mean it's up to you. You could go. I guess Marshall's already going to be the highest of the two, but I'm going to say if you are basing that off of your higher might, you are going to get a negative because of the size difference anyways.
Because of the size difference anyways.
Yeah.
That sucks. I can't just use
The cons of being a little guy.
I can't just use my shield spell to be like, mm-mm. That's fair. Because that's what shield does, right? It's like bonus
it's a bonus to your PD if I'm not
physical
mistaken.
defense. Yeah.
Physical defense. But that does not change your martial score.
No.
And this is based on your martial check, essentially, against the creature's martial. But because it's player versus player and your size difference calculated in.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this.
Okay. So, sorry, did you already roll your grapple? Okay.
All right.
13.
12.
You struggle a lot, but you all of a sudden just feel that little bit of weightlessness as you don't feel earth between your under your feet.
I'm inch smaller than you, but you put me down this instant.
You know more about this world than I do. You're coming with me, Gustav. You coming?
I suppose.
Every bit of knowledge I have given you so far, you have ignored.
You know, in this case, like, sticking with the herd seems like a good idea.
I have legitimately told you multiple times not to go here, not to follow the animals. And you just do it anyways.
I made
and
friends.
now you are dragging me against my will into this mess because I know more than you.
Yeah, but like, from the sounds of it, we've got like a god on our side. Or deity.
A
or
deity.
whatever. the
Have you
difference is.
mentioned anything about yourself in this case? This could be important, that's why I want to make sure.
All I said was that I had told them not to do it.
Okay. So you have not
And-
released any information on your experiences regarding how they found you?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, just making sure.
Are you
Okay.
like, you're gonna have a visceral reaction to being held?
Yeah.
You do feel just a couple of subtle yet seemingly intentional double tap on the back of your neck.
Like, internally. Anima?
You can go ahead and roll your choice. You can either go a insight check, or you could go
By insight, you mean investigation?
investigation. Investigation check, or you can roll a
Religion? Nature? Because of the nature of this god? Literally? Because he's anima, he's the god of animals. I assume evolution, actually, but...
you don't know yet.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
that's an assumption. I was gonna say, based on the situation, occultism.
Cultism?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with investigation, because I don't have any occultism.
Fair enough.
15.
15. Give me 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Skip a few. 99, 100.
I cannot check at this present moment, but a 15 would just pass to kind of understand. So you're investigating. Are you saying anything or doing anything other than anima? Just anima, right?
Yeah, it's
So,
just like...
as you hear that, just
What?
anima, as I'm assuming you say subtly.
it's internal.
Oh, internally, or in your head, right?
But
Psychic.
it's
You would-
directed towards the...
Yeah, you would feel not anything saying to you, not anything differently, but 2 taps on the back of your neck.
Okay.
Can you help me? I'll say this out loud. Like, just normal.
Hey, what? Can you help me?
Yep.
Okay. After getting to what the players would do,
Yep.
You get 1 tap on the back of your neck. You just the creature thing you picked up. Just said, "Can you help me?" You're
What are you on about?
You're not the only chosen one here.
I'm gonna go follow the bunny and the wolf.
Slip out of my
So-
backpack. Because you specified that you grabbed me by my backpack.
I mean, I could have grabbed
You
you by the scruff of your
hear-
neck.
a really intense
Oh.
moving sound coming at you. Everyone in the distance, you get that it's from the same position or location that the goblin walked away from. Presumably, it's coming back at high speed. You can just barely kind of see him through the tree line.
Got rid of him, eh?
The fuck?
You have seconds to react.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
We're gonna, like, this ready shield spell on
Bush
myself.
again.
What was that, Gustav?
Bush.
Bush? You gonna jump to bush?
I'm just gonna go.
Bush dive.
In the distance, you hear, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
What's he talking about?
That's hilarious.
In gob, as you would go to learn.
Okay.
You have advantage on this particular check.
What, it's
to understand what this
So
means.
history check?
This would be, you know what? You can go ahead and give me a. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and give me history if you want. Yeah.
Noise.
Advantage, you said?
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage on this one.
Thank God. Whew! 24.
Yes.
The first one would have been a 9.
Yeah. You understand he is he's trying to say great. And it's in such a way that he's trying to say great one, great people, great, you're not entirely sure, but he's almost coming, he's saying this in an excited, almost like a cheering kids going to Disneyland kind of a way.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Then once I realize that's what he's saying, I kind of relax a bit.
You're not preparing shield exactly?
No, well,
Yeah,
I
I
am. It's always prepared.
Always
Prepared. It's a reaction spell, so
Yeah.
it's technically always prepared. But
So I
Shame
see
I won't
him.
always have a
I
voice
see him
prepared.
relax. I do drop the backpack and I go, okay. So he's coming back
I want an apology.
later.
This thing is barreling towards
Fine,
you, and
I'm
your
s-
only form of communication seems to be this thing.
And it's pissed at you for trying to take it with you.
Wait, what? It's pissed at you for trying to take it with you.
Yeah, me. I'm the thing that's...
Oh, yeah,
communication,
this
right?
thing, yeah.
All right,
Daedalus.
I'm sorry.
4?
Picking up without your permission.
Good. Don't do it again.
This bush is comfortable.
I like the bush.
Bush and
Nature.
Give me a stealth check.
Sounds like
Just a straight stealth check.
Sounds
I need
like
to.
a
I need to
hunter.
know how.
I need you to be hiding behind your stick. Like, just have it out. Just like,
have the stick behind.
You
in front
shall
of me.
not see me.
No, just the stick there, and I'm like poking my head around the stick to like.
yeah.
Even
That's
though,
exactly-
like-
you're like,
You shall not
I'm like,
see
just
me.
like,
you just rotate the stick and you're like,
no, it's like in the ground, and I rotate myself to like
you
pull myself
flagpole?
to
Is
the
that
side.
what it is?
Just like pull myself to the side to look around.
Beautiful.
Alright, yes, stealth.
Beautiful.
I got a. Wait. Oh, it's a 4. I thought it was a 1.
Wait, plus your
Wait,
strength,
what's
plus
your
your
strength?
strength.
Plus
Or
strength?
no, plus your,
Stealth, I think
trickery.
is yeah,
Agility.
trickery.
or no, stealth.
Stealth, yeah.
2, so 6.
Oh yeah, I mean, you are still hiding behind a stick that you have, right? Like you are, you said you are yourself, so you are shoulder to shoulder, right? And your
And
stick
there's a stick
is,
about this
we said
big
about
in
that
front of
big last time,
Yeah,
so
that
you
big.
are hiding behind the stick.
Hey, that's a pretty big stick you got there.
You know, it's not the size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean.
So essentially, however you want to say the Mr. Bean way or the but yes, you are fairly convinced you
As he
cannot
dies.
see me because the stick.
Listic.
The stick.
The stick.
Like John Cena, you can't see me.
Except you're waving a stick in front of you, but it's not. You're not doing it like this. You're waving it at them.
Yeah,
You
in
can't
a
see.
Anyways.
threatening manner.
This this goblin charging forth
Intimidation.
jumps off the wolf-like creature and leaps right in front of Daedalus and just kind of grabs you in the shoulder and he goes, "Ha ha, Chosa, ha ha, Chosa."
Oh no!
What?
What did he say? What did he say?
You would know this from your roll. He's saying, "Great chosen, great chosen."
He's. Sorry, I got it.
Yeah.
He's saying, "Great chosen."
Is he talking about us?
I don't freaking know.
You know,
And I just go. I just go.
He starts immediately, just in almost a suffocating style way, not intentionally trying to cause harm, but he's just so relieved. He grapples you and he hugs you really hard. You can still breathe, but again, he's hugging you
I
hard.
gotta roll for something really quick.
Sure.
You can't all be chosen.
Kyle, evens or odds?
Evens.
Are
Odds.
you sure?
Odds.
Yes.
Both.
It's an odd. He throws up.
Oh!
Ow.
He has motion sickness. He was just vigorously shook and then squeezed.
Oh, your character, Daedalus,
yeah.
throws up. Okay, sorry. For a
Daedalus
second there, I'm
throws
like,
up.
my NPC throws up? How did
Yeah.
you make this? No, okay, yeah, no, Daedalus throws up.
He goes like
Punch to the
Yeah.
gut.
So,
and it's like over the shoulder.
yeah, over the
Oh.
shoulder,
And it like
right?
drips onto the shoulder.
Oh!
Doesn't
It's like-
even
like the movie,
care.
like,
Body.
He's just there, pressing fluids out of you, I guess, at this
Oh!
point.
Blech.
But
Just like
just,
the comedy movie, like Projectile.
No, it's not. It's like, and it just.
yeah, just
Gross.
Ooh.
crying, just bawling, saying as much as he can, just in whimpers of excitement, this same phrase over and over.
Okay.
Something else happened since you threw up, though.
Uh-oh.
That little guy around your neck.
Oh no! Where is he?
At
Get
your
flung
mouth.
off. Huh?
At your mouth?
At your mouth.
Oh!
He is eating what came out of you.
Oh!
Yummy.
Uh,
Just like a baby bird.
I need to know how he's eating this because he's a sea pickle, right? Or is he
He's
cucumber?
kind of. He's
So how is he eating this with no mouth?
So what he's doing is he's covered in like little finger-like
Yeah, phalanges.
phalanges. Thank you, phalanges, and he's essentially grabbing with the phalanges particles up and scooping them into his sides, and through a
Osmosis?
It's
process,
like osmosis almost.
kind of through a process that you don't know. You can try and investigate if you really would like to, but
I think it's too busy getting
he's
sick
trying
of
to
this
just
woman.
getting. Yeah, he's just getting it into himself. He's eating.
Brother, ooh. Excuse me?
Exactly.
Like under my breath in common.
Yeah.
So you guys can try to roll to perceive if you want.
Sure.
You will say, did you want to eat the animal? As a reference to earlier when he said yes. Last chapter, when I said don't touch the bunny. And
Okay.
he said,
Tiki.
yep. He wanted me to go to the bunny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm asking if you wanted to eat it.
Okay.
Perception? Is that a perception?
You can try and do a. In this case, it would be animal, I guess.
Me?
Well, you
I'm
are.
talking to it, but I'm whispering.
Yeah, you're whispering
So they
to
want
this.
to try and pick it up.
Yeah, was what
Oh,
I'm
you're
to-
trying to whisper to your party.
Not to my party,
Oh, okay, but whisper to
just
this thing.
to him.
Okay, just.
But
to
if
him?
the party wants to try and pick it up,
I'm
Oh, okay.
literally right next to you. I can probably hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they can probably hear it.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to be too cautious and be like.
I mean, I was kind of trying to be really quiet, but
I don't know, I have a pretty big stick in the way. Might not be able to hear
So, interesting rule in DC 20, are the system we are using.
if you
is-
have a stick,
stick.
Stick.
I can't wait to just get you in like images with a stick. But anyways, you players can always choose to autofill rolls. So, for example, if you were trying to whisper stealthily, you can autofill a stealth roll.
it will not be an autofail this time.
Okay.
I'll just roll.
Do I have to roll for it?
So, well, here's the thing, right? If you're trying to alert your party members, that's free and
Not
easy.
go.
But if you're not trying to alert them, then they would have to make an awareness check.
Okay.
Okay. Against. My trickery?
Against a
Or stealth?
DC I have in mind.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you want,
I mean, I
I'm
feel
willing
like it
to-
should be roll versed.
If you want to participate in it, by all means, go ahead and give me a
Awareness roll.
stealth. for the other PCs, the human PCs, the true humans, humans, can give you an awareness
Here, you go
against
first, though.
the non-human.
And then just remember what you rolled. I'm not looking. And then here, do you want to take your other dice out so I can have a free reign over my dice tray real quick? I suppose. Nice. Okay.
First off, let's go with the non-human roll.
15.
15. What was the humans' rolls?
1.
Sick.
Oh, and it was
By the way, awareness is always on your
It's
prime.
at the top.
Yeah.
It's right
And
there.
your prime is always going to be the highest
So-
of all your stats. So that's kind of nice.
I mean, if you add the
14.
one, if you add a 1 to the 2, I have a 3.
Now, nat 20s and nat 1s are going to have little special rules behind them.
Okay.
Because you're nat 1, you're going to auto-fail.
Of course.
Doesn't matter whatever number you have with it, you're just going to auto-fail.
Yeah.
Nat 20 would have been something else. I'll reveal that information once it happens.
Okay.
And over there, what you got?
14.
14. 14 is gonna miss. So you guys aren't gonna quite pick up. The 14 might be able to notice he did say something there, but he also just threw up, so could be a cause and effect.
Ew.
You know. And then you're a little perturbed by it. So
I
it's
just go.
not
"Ooh."
worth investigating.
But the ooh.
So you are you what did you whisper?
Um,
What sweet whispers did you say?
what sweet nothings?
Yes.
I said something along the lines of, I zoned out so hard. Not that. No. This. I said something along the lines of,
zoned out so
did you want to eat the animals? To animal. Like, as a reference to...
Yeah.
You two.
So you notice that as you say that, there's no reaction. Keep in mind, this creature is no longer on the back of your nape, like on the nape of your neck, on the back.
Right.
It went like this.
It's now gone to your side, and it's kind of more focused on your mouth.
Ooh. Ooh.
You gonna lick it? No. Oh, please tell me if you do.
I do not.
Okay, all right.
just
So
thought
yeah,
that-
you are being grappled, no longer shaken. You have a crying goblin that is crying over your shoulder, vigorously, and a creature that you picked up along the way is eating your
Vomit.
on.
Gross. Very gross.
I'm
Just another
the
day.
chosen of a deity, not whatever you were talking about, probably.
Would he understand that?
Oh yeah, that's a long sentence to speak in Broken Gob. Do you need me to make a roll?
You can.
It's not complete Gob, and that was a very long sentence.
You can, yeah.
As in I should, or I have the option to.
You have the option to.
I'll roll for it.
Okay.
Frick, why not? That would be...
Gesundheit.
Oh, thank you.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
That'd be history again, right?
Again, just based on where your knowledge comes from, yes.
History, okay. 10.
Not making the check. Which is fine because more than anything, he just kind of reacts to you talking, coming with just visibly cry marks off his head. Again, from a grapple to just kind of like back to you, and
But like hands still on my shoulders.
on your shoulder and whatnot, and he just goes.
This poor goblin.
And he kind of goes, and he's almost like says something. You're not familiar with it. I can tell you this particular piece you would not be familiar based on your upbringing. But he says kind of a command to the wolf he was riding in, which you now notice only has one head.
Just to mention, I
Huh?
do know croaking.
Okay. The command is also not. It is in Gob,
No.
but it is not something you would
would
typically
know.
have known. Oh, sorry. Typically have known based on. Yeah, no, back on the chair.
No dying.
I know, right? You would not have known. And you see there are two wolf-like creatures, right? One has a bunny on it, one the goblin dismounted from. And they both have a head, like one head each.
Huh? Hold on.
Now, I'm no mathematician. But one, and before there was two.
That's interesting.
They both put their heads down and kind of do like a bow.
Oh.
And one has two little rats on it that are also kind of head down bowing.
They're talking about us.
The bunny like creature that you saw is not bowing. It's just watching.
You're just watching.
It's just watching.
They think we're the great ones.
All the other creatures in the area have just gone back to doing their stuff.
Okay.
They're not really watching you guys. They just kind of like, that was interesting, and then yeah,
Go back to doing bunny things.
It's just gonna be the stick.
You know what's funny is Hexblade. Is that what it's called?
For the warlock, yes.
No. The only mixed.
Yeah, that's Spellblade.
Spellblade. Spellblade actually does have a thing where it's like you found a magical weapon, and that's how you became a Spellblade.
Yes.
And you can still go Spellblade if you want, and the stick is your magical weapon.
This is still a possibility. Yes. At this stage.
Ooh, excuse me. Ugh. Yeah. So we are.
So yeah, you have an audience, a little guy, and your party member are just kind of there, and the other animals they were with are bowing, except for the bunny that's just like, yeah.
I just look at the bunny and I just nod, like just kind of a nod of they're talking about us, right?
He kind of blinks at you.
I would think so, right?
And kind of looks over. Yeah, he kind of blinks at you and kind of looks over to look at the goblin and the other kind of goblin, but not. And it's just kind of then scratches his ear and kind of just.
I take that as a yeah.
It's just doing bunny stuff.
Oh my gosh.
As far as you can tell.
I want to take this bunny with us.
So when I got pushed back, did
Can you grab me a
what
soda,
I
please?
assume is anima?
Doesn't matter. Everything but anything
Did it
but
stay
cream
on
soda.
where the vomit
like
was,
cream
or did it
soda.
like peel back with me?
It's just kind of eating your stuff, and it just kind of then, after it finishes cleaning up everything that's on your face, it kind of just goes back to where it was just hanging out back in your neck.
Okay.
I'm actually going to reach down and kind of like put my hand out for the bunny.
Bunny kind of blinks and looks at you, and
Like basically, I'm going, hey, you want up?
yeah. So it starts kind of like bouncing, like kind of like walking, but that kind of bounce walk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Out to you.
Yep.
As it kind of comes to you, to you know, you got your hand out. Oh, it goes past you.
Never mind.
Yeah.
And it goes up to the goblin, and just kind of gives a little poke. And and so that kind of stops him from just in his daze kind of thing, and and it looks at you and it goes. It says in Gob. Gotcha ha. Gotcha ha.
Huh?
What?
Player knowledge versus character knowledge coming.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
What did he just say?
What does your player know? No, sorry. What does your character know?
I was about to be like, the player knows a lot more. What did you hear? That's literally what he said. He didn't say a word.
I think it's telling us to. I think he's telling us to go with him.
I think he's talking about a place.
All right, let's go then.
Real quick.
What?
Just hang on.
We'll make it quick.
He goes,
I'm gonna point at him. I'm gonna say, in Broken God again.
You have meat?
he's gonna kind of look at you and go.
Are they vegetarian?
He almost just by saying that word, he almost throws up.
Oh.
Kind of holds it back.
So that is in Broken God, not in Common. Yeah.
Broken God, yeah, not in common.
Yeah.
Based on the situation and everything like that, from its context clues especially, you said a word that gave him visceral response.
Okay, so what did you just say?
I asked him if he had any meat on him.
Maybe they're vegetarians.
What the hell's that?
People who only eat vegetables?
I need an awareness roll from everyone.
Oh boy. Okay, we're banning that dice because that one decided to be like, guess what? I'm gonna roll a 1 on you.
It's not gonna be a difficult DC. Just letting you know.
Fuck you.
What?
Rolled a 4, which is a 6.
Fair enough. You're engaged in conversation.
I got a 1.
Oh.
Another 15. I
Okay,
had to
so
think
yeah,
about
no,
my
that's
roll
fair.
for a second.
So you're trying to explain it, but you're a little distracted. The rest of them are focused on the conversation you guys are having. But in the corner of your eye, you can see 2 of these wolf-like creatures seem to almost. Again, they're very thick-furred, almost like sheep in a way, and they seem to kind of go into each other's fur in a way. And again, you guys don't see it, but it now seems like it's one creature with 2 heads.
Oh,
one wolf creature with 2
weird.
heads.
Oh, that's wild.
And both heads are on the ground, and kind of uses them as like little steps to get up.
The goblin?
Yeah, the goblin.
Okay.
Again, not seeing this. You're trying to talk to him, but yes, that's what you do see
Okay.
while you're
Okay.
trying to explain.
Yeah.
I suppose. Or sorry.
I suppose we should follow him.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
And as everyone looks back, you see there was 2 wolves. Now there is one with 2 heads.
Alright. Okay, you know what? Let's just follow this guy back to his village. That's weird. Wasn't there 2 before? Yeah.
You didn't see them merge?
No?
What? Also, would I know what they're actually called?
You would not.
Okay.
So the 2
Other
wolves
than there to
were
be
2
fear.
halves of the one wolf with the 2 heads, but each was a one
That's
wolf,
2.
but 2 wolves.
That's 2 wolves.
But 2.
Or sorry,
and the one
I
with
guess
the 2 heads,
they've,
but then they
they've
turned
called
into
it
halves,
wolves.
but those
So
are
at this
They're
point, I would consider them
Wolf-like
wolves.
creatures.
Wolf-like
You would have been raised to think that they are called wolves.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
But 2
Two
heads.
wolves.
Or
one
dogs.
wolf, 2
Woof.
wolves, normal, halves. What?
And
Where
as
did
you're
abs
going
get
about
into
that
this?
saying,
halves.
you see one of the heads kind of goes back off, and almost like legs come off the side as well, as it seems to snap off almost into another creature. Not snap, but it's like merging off in a weird way.
Oh, weird.
And kind of comes to you guys, passes by the 2 of you, and goes and lays down right in front of Daedalus, almost kind of offering for him to get on.
We don't need a ride.
Yeah.
We're too big.
I'll like kneel. I'll be like,
Are you sure?
He's gonna kind of look at you and go,
Just get on.
Okay.
when in the Emerald-Eyed Forest,
yeah.
Hop on the wolf.
yeah. So yeah, taking you and you're kind of it walks up to the other one in lockstep. And yeah, you guys are heading more into the forest.
And walking.
What are the other two? Oh, the humans doing?
We're gonna follow, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got my walking stick.
Nice.
I'm just walking with
I
strides.
would love if you dubbed it the shtick or the reoccurring gag.
So,
You
getting
have your stick?
over
Yeah,
to
your stick is right here.
this map here. Sorry, I got a little,
All I
a
can
little
think
bit.
of with the recurring gag is that, was it that Tom
Tom
stuff?
yeah.
The drink.
You guys pass through. You see in the distance almost like a chopped up area that has a couple of small saplings kind of growing around it and throughout it. But there does seem to be some kind of logs or sticks. They're rough cut. They're not definitely done properly. They seem to be decomposing too, but they still form kind of hovels, like little, almost like somebody was there perhaps in the past and put them together with a bunch of branches to almost indicate to sleep under, like for the night kind of thing. Like it's like little holes almost. So you do come across that, and what is it? This key? Did I not do something?
What time are we going till?
Well, I checked with everyone for 10:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that still good?
Yep.
Okay.
11 sounds better.
Well, I mean,
That's
Just,
pushing
you
it. I have to work in the morning.
I'm just gonna forcibly move it this way.
That sounds like an issue, not an issue. Us?
So you
I don't
pass
start
through
work
it.
till 10, so
The
I
bush
can stay up till like
becomes
12.
thicker
I'm sorry,
and thicker
Cool.
until
How thick are we
suddenly,
talking?
huh?
How thick are we talking?
Quite thick.
Like molasses thick,
Like-
or are we talking
Like dummy?
dummy thick?
I can't.
So thick that the nice thing is you're relatively the same size as this goblin, and on the same paths, moving as the goblin. So you're going through the same general hole area, which is still smaller than the two other humans.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So thick that you guys have to go through tons of branches.
Oh.
This is what you get for choosing an inferior race.
Joke's on you, I have a sword. I can cut through the stuff.
Okay.
What
Like,
sword? You
For
have
your
a
check, it is
No, I
going
got
to
a
be
sword.
an attack check.
Oh.
As you're trying to attempt to cut things and not get cut yourself in the process.
Ah.
What are you doing to get through this thick
I'm
brush?
gonna use my sword
With
too.
the machete.
Okay. All right. 2 attack checks I need.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Hey
Let's
Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
can I make an awareness check? Because I want
That's
I want to see if I can pick any berries.
one.
No.
okay.
2 nat ones in a row.
Can we let him re-roll that one? Because like he has
That
rolled nothing above double digits all night.
I got a 12
so
once.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
I got a
yeah,
12
You
Cat.
can
there
add
you
your
go.
advantage, by the way. Your 1. Not
Yeah.
advantage.
Mine
Your,
one.
your bonus
4.
1, because you can add
I
one to
rolled
any
a 2.
roll this
I have
session.
plus 2.
So wait,
These-
nat
these
1
fours
means something
are
really bad.
thick.
A 2 would
Thick
mean I
boys.
lose, but it's not really bad.
I'm just
So
like.
much.
Also, this sword is like not
To
very.
Okay,
answer
yeah,
your
I think I'm
question,
gonna-
Gustav,
Oh no! Don't do it.
The-
Like a nat 1 should be fine.
Okay.
These forests are thick, and while you asked if they were dummy thick, they are thick, and at this moment you are a dummy.
Ah, not
Damn.
again.
So as you attempt to try and cleave and hack, you catch yourself on a branch, and it's almost like as you're trying to deal with that branch, the sword comes up and hits you as well.
Whack!
As you take
my
2
chin.
damage
Playing a game of whack fuck over there. Eh?
Whack.
from just you failing your checks.
Oh my god.
And then, coming over here, you're also trying to do the same thing, and you still get yourself, not as bad, mind you, for failing the check, you still get 1 damage.
Ouch.
Now, for a global failure check, you all receive an additional damage on top of that. So, 3 in total, and 2.
Ouch.
I
which
just half
is
killed myself.
nasty.
Do I still get to roll?
You
I
can
just
roll
half
for-
killed myself.
Yeah, you can
Oh
roll
my God,
for-
buddy.
for- yeah.
Just like
Oh,
edible
buddy.
plants
One
that
more
I'm
of those and
knowledgeable
I'm done.
Would that be nature then?
Or
would that
you,
be-
you only took 3 in total, so you should be at half, if I'm not mistaken there, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nature?
not one more and you're done.
No,
yeah,
because my
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have
I
a
think
death
you meant one
threshold.
more.
Oh,
I
one
have
more
third
of
killed
taking that.
myself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. Okay.
Would that be
Oh no,
awareness
wait, yeah,
or
because
nature?
death threshold too. So
That would be
I
nature.
a third
That would
killed
be nature.
myself.
Oh no.
That is 22.
22.
Wow.
As you pass by,
This
you
guy.
see
He's stealing
ahead
all
of
our
you, because of course
numbers.
he's leading the pack. You see
Number
him
stealer.
just kind of grab from a bush this big purple like berry or fruit.
I assume I'd be pretty familiar with it. Considering
would be pretty
Wait a
familiar
minute.
with it.
Those are
Okay.
the berries that I saw the
Can I-
bugs eating earlier.
they
Okay.
are soft enough that I could just squish them with my raw strength, right?
Yes,
Aren't
you
you, like,
can squish
Can
it with
I
your
like
raw
squish it over top of my neck?
You could.
feed the thing.
Trying
on
to
my-
feed it?
So you're just gonna mind.
Yeah, you can squish it. You just feel a repeated amount of taps on your neck.
Stop.
Is that good?
Does it feel good?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Well,
What's going
hang
on?
on. One tap for good, two taps for bad.
Oh, he's good twice.
Down over here. I have to use the bathroom. Excuse me. Need to get up.
Give me
Yeah.
a fate roll.
That's right.
Oh,
That's weird. This
One
is
tap
a
for
unique
good, two-
situation.
That's not good.
One tap for
Natural
good.
20.
Oh my god.
Look, I didn't touch
Yeah.
it.
He's stealing all the good rolls.
This is what you guys should get used to with when playing with me.
You hear a voice speak in your head. There's no taps. It's just a warm feeling on the back of your neck, and a voice speaking to your head, going, Too good, too damn good, too bad, what bad one.
I'll like try to wipe off the.
And that's it. Like it.
Okay, I'll try to wipe off the juice.
It does doesn't seem to react to wiping off the juice.
Okay. Also, did you make any sound when you got whacked off?
So you hear the humans just having a bad time.
Can I turn around
probably
in
like
time
the-
to like see him get just?
The sword's just like lodged
Yeah?
in my skull.
I kind of feel bad for him, and he agreed to leave with me, so I'll cast Close Wounds on him.
So, by the way, you are bloodied. That is the term.
fun.
When you are at half health or less, you are turned bloodied. So you are bloodied. What does that mean? When you're half health. So, for example, if one of the players say, "How do you look? Like, how are you doing? Right? Like health-wise, right?" You can answer, "I am bloodied,"
Okay.
being half health or less.
Okay.
And well bloodied is 25% or less. I'm just saying.
It's got like a sword like lodged in my skull.
It's
Not
also
far
a
enough to
DC
be
20.
anything, but like it's there.
Generally, creatures search natural. Okay, so I am casting Close Wounds.
Yeah.
So I kind of like tug on the wolf to make it slow down a bit. Not like hard, just like a little like at the.
You get the sensation that it wants to like be match step, but it is kind of like respecting your decision a little bit.
Okay,
It's
and
a
then
little-
as soon as I get within range, I like kind of slap him on the arm. Sorry, I didn't mean to actually slap you, but I slap him on the arm.
yeah, if you get a one, that slap's gonna hurt. Yeah, okay.
Like a little, like I try to like just touch him,
yeah.
and then I let the wolf go back. Like I let go of the wolf, and I hear a walk step again.
Yeah,
but I do
okay.
cast Close Wounds.
Yeah.
So a spell check, which would be that natural 1 + 2. So it's only when I help others that I roll terribly. So on a success, you can spend one rest point to gain 2 HP, but on a failure, you still gain 1 HP, but you still also use a rest point.
Yes. So you may spend rest points.
It's not a may. You are forced to if it's a failure.
Oh, if it's a failure, yeah, okay, yep. So yes, you can mark 1 less rest point. For your character. You have.
Oh, no!
Huh?
What happened?
I
I just got a toe cramp. That's all.
Oh yeah. Do what you gotta do.
more coffee.
So yes, you are down 1, max 2, so you're down to 1 rest point, but you gain 1 HP.
So you have 4 instead of 3.
Yeah.
So you're not bloodied anymore.
Yeah, which is good for you.
I'm still just imagining like I hit myself in the leg with the sword, just off of just my leg.
Yeah, I show up and I'm like, and your leg just like.
It's like snapped like in a 45-degree or no 90-degree angle, and it just like right back into place.
Doesn't feel good. Does not.
It did not feel good, but you feel a little bit better now.
It feels
very nice.
warm, like an injury. You know, like it's healing. You know. Anyways, so as you guys head through, you find that coming up here, there is a bit of a river happening between shallow, but there's still some significant water flow happening from this more to the right of you. It's going from the right to the left, right?
Okay.
So it's coming from here and heading down this way.
Interesting.
There's a river that goes past there.
Okay.
And these wolves seem to be handling themselves pretty well. Like they seem almost kind of used to it. They're going on a path and everything like that. But you guys are not on wolves. Or wolf-like creatures, I should say.
So we're gonna try and wade our way through the river.
This is another challenge, yeah.
Oh my god!
I love not having to deal with challenges. Listen,
So
if
tell
the
me,
wolf
how are
chose
you getting
could have
across?
ridden on it,
Wait.
but
How are you getting across this river? You're there. The rest, the goblins are taking you across the river. The goblin is taking you across the river, and your party member is just having a free ride on this wolf-like
Wait,
creature.
so
Lucky
how
son.
deep is the water?
It is not very deep at the moment.
about ankle, eh?
Um,
Or halfway to the
kind
shin.
of shin, yeah, halfway
Shin.
to the shin.
Okay.
It's steady, but it's not like a massive flow, but it's still constant. So it's passable, like it's totally doable, but it is a kind of rocky sort of river. Like there's not a lot of sand, so it is kind of slippery still, right?
Okay.
Yeah. What do you?
Well, luckily I have a stick to keep me balanced.
I was gonna say the stick.
I was also gonna mention that, but for different reasons.
Okay, well, I mean, so you got the stick.
Yeah.
That is huge, because,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
definitely gonna-
extra support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try and like follow through the river
Okay.
using the stick to. not slip.
Don't roll just yet, but you can use a martial check for that then.
Is this a similar or the same river to the one I remember?
This
The one
from
that
your
I had to
knowledge, this
journey
would be
across
the
once.
same.
Yeah, do you remember how I crossed it?
Yes. What do you guys do? Or sorry, Ireland, what do you do? You see Gustav looking to get his stick kind of in and take like steps at a time.
I'm just
using the stick to
gonna
come
I'm
brace
gonna
himself.
wade through the river because like it's like maybe
Okay.
like shin deep on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that would be a just a straight might.
Okay.
You're just mighting your way through.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
Alrighty, so
You
martial check.
fucking
So athletics or acro. So
For you it would be
check.
martial. So under your
Yeah, martial.
attack spell check, save DC martial, which is just the
Okay.
highest of
Right.
your athletics. Or yeah.
okay, so definitely gonna use acrobatics because that's a 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just gonna be the highest regardless. So it's,
18.
I
Nice.
finally got
Plus
a good
four.
roll.
Plus
4,
4.
22.
22. Nice.
Does
So
he add anything
finally
for
got a good
having
one.
the shtick?
wait, plus 19.
No,
18.
18
Oh,
plus
18
plus
4.
plus
four.
4. Okay. So I thought I heard a 9 and then
Doesn't
plus
he get
4.
a bonus for the shtick, or did that just lower his...
That lowered his difficulty.
DC.
Yeah, just double check. And so that stick is coming in clutch right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good stick.
Yeah, a pretty good stick.
However, you are just gonna muscle your way through. And as you go to muscle your way through, you're like, I got this and everything. I don't need a stick. I'm strong. Until
Work
you lose
smarter,
your
not
footing.
harder.
You're always strong until you lose your footing.
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
He lands
Work
on the other
harder, not smarter.
Now his check is gonna succeed for the complete challenge. For
Okay,
the DC.
good.
So as you go and land, you just kind of bruise yourself, taking 1 point of damage. Just one.
Oh, I am.
We're already
Oh, I'm
struggling.
almost bloodied.
Almost
And
bloody.
dying
Yeah.
just from not being good in the woods.
I want to be a hunter.
Literally, you're like, I'm gonna be a hunter. Yeah. Fails every survival. The least huntery hunter to have ever been. Meanwhile, the inept creature is able to just siphon off of other creatures.
And on that note, while you're crossing, you see one of your party members slip. The other one seems to be doing really good with a stick.
Don't do that, you'll hurt yourself.
You get a sense of a flashback in your head to crossing this river also with sticks.
But multiple, like two,
multiple.
one in each hand.
Yeah, and that kind of gives you a sense of
His shitty use
satisfaction that seeing someone else succeed with a stick as well.
Yeah, I know. But it's
And then the
It's a memory
stickless
that
one fails.
it's a memory that I don't quite know I
No,
have.
yeah.
But
yeah.
it's more of
It's a feeling.
it's what's deja vu.
More coffee.
Deja vu. It's a deja vu feeling kind of thing, right?
Except I remember 2 sticks instead of 1.
Yeah. If you want, you can roll a check. You have an opportunity to do something during this time, but it is not part of the skill challenge.
I know it sounds really stupid, but I'd like to try and catch a fish or something. Not a fish, but a little tyke or whatever.
A minnow?
So you'd have
a
to
minnow
get,
or a
you'd have to
tadpole.
get off and cross the river by foot in order to do so.
Could
It
I
doesn't come up
get the wolf's attention and point at the minnows?
You can, but the wolf is just gonna kind of keep going. You get the same kind of sensation that this wolf's on a mission here.
And the mission is to get you where you need to go.
Almost like this wolf's been trained. This wolf-like creature.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
boy. He's a good boy.
But I mean, yeah, you can point and essentially nothing happens. But yeah,
Oh, can I scoop up some water?
You can. It's going to be rather difficult.
You're gonna
The reason
fall
is
off your
none
wolf.
of your body is touching the water. You are raised above the
I
water.
do have a little scoop.
I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're
I
gonna
have a
try.
pack.
Yeah, you're gonna
My
try.
pack has a tiny little alchemy kit in it, so I have a scoop.
Yeah.
A ladle?
Didn't
you
you
drop
can
out of the
try and
ladle?
scoop?
Backpack.
I did, but I grabbed it.
It's more of a satchel than a backpack. But
Yeah.
yes, yeah. You can attempt to scoop at the risk of water going into your and out of your backpack. But yeah,
Into my backpack?
I mean,
That's fine.
it again, reaching and everything that right? Yeah, if you want to try and scoop.
It's another nat 20. Watch this.
Oh,
Bam. No. What kind of check is it?
For scooping,
For scooping? A scooping
That
check?
this is gonna be a fun check, isn't it? I would be willing. Well, go ahead and pause at something if you want, and I will see if I got something better for this.
Ooh, I said something. What?
I'm gonna say, well, if you got something a better idea, I'm gonna say an acrobatics, as you're trying to sort of scoop.
I'd say athletics, but
So you're trying to be strong in your scooping as opposed to dexterously trying to scoop what you want,
I'm just trying to
or
scoop.
agility.
I'm literally just trying to scoop. I'm not trying to scoop a specific amount.
Sure.
Or
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can add your if you want to add your might score. Or athletics
16.
score. 16th? Okay. Yeah, you managed to get some of this water.
Do you want some water?
Who are you? Oh, to your guy in the back went up.
Aw.
You get 1 tap on your neck.
I forgot what 1 tap meant. 1 tap is
1 tap.
good? 1 tap for yes, 2 taps for no.
You get 1 tap.
No water.
You get 2 taps.
Or no, it's not even like a. It's literally like a. And I put it back into the pack to like
I thought it was
wipe off
one-
all the water.
I thought it was 1 tap good,
Or
2
actually, I'll be
taps
like-
bad.
I'll
because
turn
I
to-
tapped twice.
I'll
It's
turn
good
to you
twice.
guys. I'll turn to you guys and I'll say,
Either of you want some water?
Yes, you just tossed a bunch of water out.
I kind of stand. I just kind of like put myself up.
"Oh yeah,
on-
you literally do."
I just kind of.
You want the water? Good news is you're hydrated.
This water tastes like water.
Tastes like water. Okay, I just kind of go. No, I'm good.
Tastes like fresh water.
Ooh, delicious
Kind of like
All water.
That's a
tastes
rare commodity.
Commodity.
yeah,
nobody.
My water tastes like vinegar.
Yeah.
Ew.
And as you
Delicious.
guys go through, you find there's another kind of brush clearing coming up, and at the other end of the river, the wolf-like creatures kind of shake a little bit. If you want, you can try to remain on.
This
This
would
is
be
an
an
animal.
athletics.
Animal
Yeah.
hand. Yeah, it's like an animal handling. It's animal. Yep.
To be able to hold on.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense.
7.
Who needs an
you kind of get tossed off a little bit as they. The funny thing is, the one in front of you also jumps off intentionally. The goblin in front of you.
Oh,
on his
before?
own. Yeah, he jumps off. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I just like and
Yeah. And he goes over to you and he goes, haha, Gotcha.
That was not fun.
No, sorry. What? And Gob, do I have to roll?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll if you want. What are you trying to say first?
I'm trying to understand what he said.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What
But in that one, +4.
Fuck, dude. What?
you
happened?
auto fail. You have no idea. You don't know if it's worry. You don't know if he's
I'm gonna like
laughing. Like what he's.
the lizard blink.
He offers you a hand to get up,
Oh,
but you
okay.
have no idea what he was saying really.
I grab his wrist,
Yeah. Okay.
or not? Like the
Yeah.
Like that.
Pulls up and whatnot, and you know, he kind of like rubs kind of your arms a bit where you kind of fell off to the side, just kind of getting some stuff on you.
Yeah, meanwhile, I am drenched.
I have a
And you guys finally make it to the other side, and he goes,
You see me get like from the goblin, and you guys are like, what of you is soaked, and the other one's like,
I'm just saying.
my feet are wet.
I was saying, I didn't fall off anything
and
because of my stick.
he's gonna go.
These sticks are great.
Huh?
Whoobie Woody?
I'm not sure entirely, but I think he's saying we should rest for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Since we're resting, can I spend that time instead?
And he just
Trying
goes
to
and
catch
he's
a
just
minnow?
starting to the one who was riding. He just starts rubbing and petting down, kind of thing. The wolf, like
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and I just go
I may or may not have had
lean against the tree like.
Just a few, eh?
just a few.
as you notice that he's not just rubbing them down. It seems like he's also trying to any water that's locked up in this kind of like thick fur. He's also trying to like get rid of all the squeeze all the water out.
Can I try to use my shield to fling minnows onto the land?
Yeah, essentially you guys have one downtime activity. If you want to do anything
That's
right
exactly what I would like to do.
Sure, go ahead and fling minnows. Would anyone else like to do anything else? This is considered a short rest, so if you'd like to spend rest points, you can
I'm
spend
gonna
rest points to heal.
I'm gonna spend a rest point.
It is
How many
one
rest
rest
points
point
do I
gets you 2 HP.
Yay,
spend
that's
as many as
perfect.
you
That's all I
want.
need. I just need to spend one and
Up
it'll
to your
give me
maximum.
6.
As
Yeah.
many as you want up to your maximum.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend one point. There we go.
We're just coming up to the end. Just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to fling minnows? Sure.
Just onto land.
Yeah, okay. You want martial check. You're not in any rush, you're not in any difficult terrain, you got some time, yeah, try and fling.
Not a nature check?
To try and find minnows?
Not, well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm willing to accept that.
19.
Damn.
19.
15 plus 4.
They're not minnows like you're used to seeing, but there are like little... It's hard to figure out what they are, but they're little creatures kind of thing, right? As you go to fling, can you roll me an awareness?
Plus 4 is 10, but I want to add,
Yeah.
just because the session's about to end, and I
Yep.
have
Give me your D4.
a notorious habit
Yep, give
of
me your
not
D4.
using it.
Yep.
So
Yep,
this is
you do.
-1 to a minimum of 1.
Mm-hmm.
4, so plus 3,
Okay.
so
13?
13.
13. 13, you notice, as you go to try and scoop, to kind of fling out, like you think you get some in the way and you go to scoop, jumping out at you is this, toad-like creature.
Ooh!
Small, it's just like, toad kind of thing, jumping out at you, aggressively. As that happens, I'm gonna need an awareness check from you, Irelyn.
Okay.
If you're just kind of doing nothing, I can give you a awareness check as well to look around. But yeah, go ahead.
I kind of wanted to practice swinging my sword at the bush so that I don't hit myself again.
Totally, and that makes sense. Why you wouldn't really get an awareness on this one. It'll make sense in a second here. We'll do your check afterwards, Gustav.
Natural 20.
Nice. As you are typically been really focused on this bunny-like creature,
Yeah.
you'd be looking at it and you notice that immediately it springs into action, jumps, and portals itself.
Okay. Wait, the bunny's been with us the whole time?
Yeah, it's been just riding on the wolf-like creature, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Portals itself, and you can see based on where the portal is going, because it opens and then it opens another, right?
Yeah.
Kind of goes through. You can kind of see over in the corner of your eye that it goes where your other companion is.
It's trying to impale me in the side.
And you see it opens, and as the portal opens, it goes head first. It's basically harpooning itself, right? And it succeeds harpooning itself directly into a frog-like creature, goring it directly in half.
Oh.
I stand up. I just gotta stand up and go, what in the...
I'll turn around to you. Slowly, I'll be like,
This is why I told you not to fuck with the animals.
But this animal's my friend.
For now.
And after goring it in half, it just uses its front claws as much just to rip up everything.
Oh God.
Can I have that?
I'll ask the rabbit, like pointing at the shredded remains.
I need from you an awareness check.
Oh no.
6?
Oh my God.
You don't get anything else, but what you do get is the sensation on your back of your neck of like a vibrating quiver. That's all you get.
Oh.
That's all you know. On awareness of 6.
I'm gonna like slowly reach down for some of the frog gore.
You.
Maintaining eye contact with the bunny.
The bunny is not focused on you.
I know.
Okay.
I was asking the bunny if I could have.
Oh, you're
the
okay.
frog
Yeah,
gore.
you're.
I
kind of
wasn't
moving-
asking.
Yeah. It looks at you, just covered,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
face just absolutely
just covered,
bloody.
right? And it just goes.
Oh, okay, leave it.
It's not eating.
Or-
It's just ripping it to shreds.
Leave it alone.
No, you could.
Just gonna sit there.
He's gonna sit here.
Leave it. Or
See, my character does have like, it's a trait for one of my races called provocation, which means he's very easily provoked. So, if something's being pissy towards him, he's gonna be pissy back. He's not gonna fight. He's just gonna sit there, like arms crossed, and wait for it to leave.
After kicking it out a bunch, not just ripping it, but like just
Like bunny kicking, yeah.
off and whatever.
That's a
It walks up, kind of almost looking like it's still kind of miffed, and it slowly comes back to join the rest of you.
Aw. Oh, you're
I
good
pick up the
bud.
gore and drop it from the neck.
It takes it in, but it's still kind of vibrating and quivering. The more you add, it doesn't seem to stop.
Okay.
I'll pet it.
It's just quivering.
What to start purring?
After the end of the
That is it purring.
yeah,
actually.
after the end of this rest, it will kind of calm down. Like it's slowly kind of calming down. Now over to your stick play. What are you doing?
so, because I don't really know how to use the sword at all, and kind of
Yep.
like stab myself in the foot, literally, trying to cut down
yes,
the brush.
indeed.
I kind of want to practice just a little bit, so
Okay.
that hopefully in the future I don't stab myself in the foot,
Yeah.
literally.
Literally. Yeah, fair. So you go to practice. Give me an attack check, I guess. Yeah, let's see how good your practice is.
7
Plus
2.
Nice.
Plus
Nice.
2.
That was
So
close to
you
double
are
digits.
as much as it makes sense, you stick go bonk. You're not familiar in the art of the stick, right?
I'm using the
I
sword.
thought you were practicing with your sword.
Yeah, I was
Oh, you're
using
practicing
sword.
with your sword. Okay,
Sword.
sorry. So you go take out your sword, and
Which
you're
was my
like,
master at stick bonk.
yeah, okay. You go up to how are you practicing? Just air, or are you hitting a tree? What are you doing?
Yeah, just hitting tree bushes.
Yeah, okay.
Something.
Yeah, you manage to hit things, and then you get kind of your sword stuck in a tree.
No.
And kind of reefing it back, and it takes a bit of time, but eventually you get it back right at the end of your rest.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a little chipped.
Oh.
Wasn't it already like that anyway?
Yeah,
It's
it's
already
pretty
in
shitty.
rough condition, but
Yeah.
you chipped it a bit more.
You have a nice stick and a shit sword.
Anyways,
What if I combine it into a stick?
the goblin kind of gets on back on the wolf and goes, haha, you go.
I'll pick up the rest of the goblin remains. Or
Goblin remains.
pick
Wow.
up the rest
What
of
happened
the,
during this
the
rest?
frog,
The frog
the
remains.
frog remains,
Yeah.
and just like slowly feed my neck on the rest of the trip
5
Gotcha.
minutes and we've already got
until like the
homicide.
next
Yeah.
interesting event.
Yeah, a lot of it just kind of falls off your neck, or falls off your back, is like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I think he's full.
Kind of calms down a bit, and then
Yeah.
1 5-minute break and we've already got a
you
homicide.
start. Yeah, I should have called a break. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
As you start going into the bush is getting thick again. You guys are going on the same trails.
Heavy like a Chevy.
However, the two of you are not. So As you're traveling again, back through this thick brush. What do you guys want to do to try and get
I'm
through
gonna
it?
try and push my way through this time.
Okay. So that would be, I guess, a might check for you. And then over there, what do you want to do? Get yourself through this challenge.
That's not bad. 12.
12, you're going to succeed.
Yay!
Can I try and like use the stick? Out in front of me to like try and like push stuff aside and like clear my path that way instead of wildly
You're gonna learn
swinging around a
weapon
sharp
art
object.
style stick.
Yeah, so you're using the stick
Just
kind of
something
as
less
a...
Sharp.
Interesting.
If you're gonna smack yourself with a blunt object. Not with the other
Yeah,
Like
one.
a
know what?
brick.
You can use
You know, I
acrobatics.
hit myself with a brick a lot in my
You
pastime when I was
can use
younger.
acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. As you're trying to nimbly get your way through this.
That's a now.
Oh,
Good news is...
I don't think I like these dice.
No
not
good
a lot of
news.
I don't think
I
like these dice.
But they're metal.
But...
Wait. Nat ones are like extra bad from if I just failed.
yeah, but I
right?
succeeded, so
Yeah, you succeeded.
yeah.
So I'm willing to say that you guys, overall, you wouldn't get any negative effects.
Yeah.
from this.
Okay.
Additional.
Okay.
However, I want you to give me a
Okay.
A loss of limb.
Don't!
God.
No! Fuck.
A weapon.
That's finally something more.
Have you already used your inspiration?
No, I haven't.
Use it.
I'll use it. Why not?
So that you
Go
get
ahead.
an addition 1, so that's
you get
12.
you have just a flat 1, I believe you get to add, so 12.
Yeah.
So I've got some good news and bad news for you.
Oh,
Bad news, starting off first. You take more damage because you're getting poked and jabbed. It's not really working as well as you kind of anticipated. However, something does happen.
Oh, fun.
That's the good news.
Okay.
What you do notice is as it's getting scraped and cut open on your arms, trying to, and everything like that. As you take 2 damage, getting scraped and bloodied, right? Keep in mind, you could have used as many rest points as you wanted to, and you can still, I'm willing to still let that go. Right? You have 1 rest point, you could heal 2 more. You do get, again, your rest point's going to negate the 2 you take, right? You find that you bleed because you're getting cut up.
Yeah.
And you bleed on the stick you have in front of you.
Oh.
And as you bleed on that stick, you notice the blood seep into the stick.
What the f***?
Huh.
Nani da frick?
Interesting.
Which is
It's a
interesting.
fancy
It's
stick.
almost like this is a
It's a sucky stick.
magical stick in some way.
It's the stick of stickness.
It's the stick of stickiness.
You got
That's
sticky
it's not a
stickness.
sticky stick. It's
Sticky
the stick of
stickness.
stick.
Stick, sticky,
It's the stick stick.
It's the stick.
Stick.
It's the stick.
Sticks don't normally
Sponge.
blood, but this stick does.
It's like a spongy
It's a
stick.
weird stick. It's like some kind of stick.
Some kind of sticky stick.
We call it the reoccurring stick.
What's
The
brown
stick
and
of ultimate
sticky?
stickdom.
Stick.
What's
We
brown and
call it
sticky?
the STIK.
A stick.
There is no C. Yes, you do notice that. So you still take the 2 damage, but
Yes.
You're just like,
you do notice that this stick is a bit more interesting than your average stick.
Did you use your last rest point by chance?
No, I didn't.
You
Did I
can.
notice him?
You can if you'd like. Again, because
yeah,
you were
use my
rested.
rest point.
Yeah.
You could use your rest point to negate this,
Yeah.
as well as something I forgot to mention: grit points.
Oh,
Rip.
right.
Grit
yeah,
points
yeah.
can negate. You can also use grit points to reroll, essentially, right? And grit something. You can't
You
stack
can
them, but
only
you can use one.
re-roll skill checks.
Yes.
So-
Or be used in combat to negate 1 damage. 1 grit point cannot be stacked.
So I can use 1 damage, or so like For
You
like
could have
that.
re-rolled that one.
Yeah.
You could have.
But-
I could have.
But no.
That
Coulda,
is
shoulda,
perfect.
woulda.
That is
For as you come out of the clearing, you notice that you guys, it's starting to get a bit warmer as it seems like you're heading towards almost a desert, and the forest is changing from the forest edge to grassland to more sandy to officially a desert. As you seem to be coming up upon a settlement, or multiple settlements. There seems to be one settlement ahead of you, one off to the side that seems to be more tent-like, and then a bunch of buildings in the back that seem to be, again, constructed a bit more of like almost, is it brick or plaster or some kind of different material versus the first one being wood. And I'm going to showcase here what you see.
Real quick,
Yep.
would I have noticed him get scraped up?
You would have, yeah. And
I'll do the same thing. I'll like pull on the wolf to try and get him
okay.
back there, and I'm just gonna.
Yeah. You can still, yeah. Go
It's
ahead
like
and
going
roll.
through the bush and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
go
Doing
ahead
like
and
the
roll.
Peter Griffin.
And with that, before or after, you can also roll an awareness.
An awareness.
After.
Okay.
Dirty 20. So you heal 4.
Ooh.
I get back all of my health.
Yay!
Yep, you heal 4.
Am I
So the way that this heal spell works is it'll get rid of 1 rest point. You can choose actually to get rid of 1 rest point and heal 4 or not. I would suggest doing that.
Yeah, I would do that.
But really
so
quick, I
I've
just
got
have to
no rest points.
explain how this spell works and why he's healing 4.
Yep. Yeah.
Just to the other players and even the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
To
So-
the audience.
This
To the
spell's
viewers watching.
this game's close wounds. Basically, as long as I just sort of become in physical contact with someone, I can heal them for 1 of their rest points as a cost. Because it's no cost to me aside from an action. But since we're not in combat, action points are not
Sure.
an actual thing. It's a DC, so it's a save of 10, so I have to roll at least a 10, and then I can heal you 2 points, but for every 5 above a 10 I roll, I can heal you a bonus point. So I rolled a dirty 20, which means I heal you for 4. If I'd rolled 19, I would have only healed you for 3. But if I fail the 10, so if I roll a 9 or below, then you only heal for 1, and you can't choose to not heal. You're forced to use your rest point. So that's why you healed 4 instead of 1. Sorry. Oh, and an awareness, right?
Yeah. So
Is that what
in
you're working
awareness. So yes, the DC 20 uses by 5 system. So every by 5 you beat something by, there's always a benefit.
15.
15. So as you go to heal, you notice that he doesn't have, like, the wounds are open, but there's no blood trailing from them.
Then
Why aren't you bleeding?
The stick?
The fuck you mean, nah?
what do you mean? Oh.
The stick?
It did a thing. A weird thing.
Uh-huh.
Kind of cool thing.
I pause for.
Okay.
I pause and I go. It did what?
Well, all this stuff in the woods gave me lots of cuts, and there was blood, but then it touched the stick, and then it was gone.
I don't look at the stick.
Kind
I'm not gonna take it from you, I'm just gonna look at it.
What the fuck?
Just looks normal.
Just looks normal.
Kind of went.
Uh-huh.
The blood.
So like a
So,
sponge.
Right?
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna look at.
all right. As you come into the clearing, you
I don't know
see
what they put in
the
those
desert and
bags,
everything
but
like
this
that.
place is
As you
weird.
approach, the first thing you see, so over here, you see a bunch of humans working. They seem to be doing some woodwork. They're kind of like have logs there. They're kind of chopping. A lot of the buildings here are kind of made out of wood. You see over here, there seems to be markets, and there seems to be goblins, humans, and something with a bunch of feathers. There's a bunch of other goblins and humans just kind of going around. Not many humans. There's just a couple every now and again you see from a distance. Last roll of the night.
Okay.
I need an awareness check from everyone.
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
Ooh,
18.
that was
Oh, that's
two.
better.
spicy.
Dirty 20.
16.
Nice.
Natural 20 plus 4.
2 nat 20s?
Look.
No,
Dirty
his was,
20.
his
Oh,
was
dirty
30.
20.
No,
okay.
natural 20 plus 4. Look,
You know, I've stopped, like, yeah, I'm, yeah.
I need a witness.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep, yeah. Good news is what all of you see. Mainly because of the shadow that's being cast.
What?
Up in the air, you see a structure descending. And it looks like it has a bunch of, like, so from Daedalus wouldn't quite know this. Maybe he might know this from kind of a deja vu aspect, but the two of you would know this is almost like kind of a canvas sax on a frame suspended in the air.
Okay.
And it's almost like a grid kind of structure descending down. And on it, there's like humanoid bird people flying, descending down
Oh, interesting.
over to this area.
That map isn't moving.
Yeah, sorry. It'll.
Your game's paused so you can't.
Oh,
Never
okay.
mind.
Let's just go pause it here. Technical difficulties. Over to here.
Okay.
It's descending down to right there.
Okay. Interesting.
Is there a reason that golden building has such a shadow behind it?
Your vantage point.
But
So-
no other buildings have a shadow. It's just that one gold building.
So the others do. You just can't quite see it on the map here.
Oh.
I can just zoom out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a.
Again, you do. You can't. You can only really see from your vantage point
Yeah.
coming up.
Okay.
Kind of these buildings. You can see that there's other buildings throughout the way, and they're kind of like, again, some kind of plaster or bricks kind of getting out, sticks jetting out all over the place.
Sticks.
Stick?
You've grabbed my attention.
There's big sticks here. Big sticks.
Big sticks?
Some might even call them logs.
Oh.
Being chopped and everything that. Definitely, this is the stickiest place out of all of the
They're
places you
desecrating
see.
the sticks. They're cutting into them.
They're what?
Or are they making more sticks?
If you cut a big stick in half, do you have 2 sticks or 2 half big sticks?
These are the questions they're going to have to figure out until next session. And come back to figure out the true mysteries
Of sticks.
of sticks. Of
Sticks.
stickdom.
Sticks.
What constitutes stickdom?
Okay.
So that's where we're gonna wrap up tonight.
Hooray. That was fun.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys for chapter 3,
Goodbye.
where I'm sure there will be more stickdom.
Nerds.
Goodbye.
Yes, as me.
Legacies. Yeah, that's right. Voyage of Legacies. Not the truth. Yeah, you got it. Ooh, hey, what a cool stick. I bet Gustav would really appreciate this stick. Oh no. A flow with 5, 6, a lot of heads. Oh, hey, easy. Hey, goblin buddy. great idea. If you need us, you gotta chase us! I think we lost them. Oh, well, I think that's all for tonight. Whew, the second sun has already set. I wonder what Coach and the other DC20 YouTubers are up to. If anyone's listening, should please go check them out. Trying to help bring DC20 up into the limelight that it deserves. Unfortunately for me, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's time. I should also take a snooze.